Good morning. So the rain stopped for more than 5 minutes. It's been raining for a couple of days pretty much constantly. I thought this morning I just haven't really got much on, and I know where there's a few old machines that have been left out to the elements for a number of years, and I don't actually know who they belong to, but they're on a footpath. So you walk right past them when you see them, and there's a few bits and pieces, but there's actually I think there's four combines that I know of anyway that are here, and there's some old seed drills. They look to be old Masseys. In fact, I'll probably be a good thing to come down here in the winter. You'll be able to see them a bit better. Exactly what make they are, I'm not sure. That piece over there actually looks to be off a combine. It looks quite familiar to me to be a bit off a header on maybe a class combine, but whether it is, I don't know. This is my friend Sumo. He's the one that we came out for, really. We're eating some grass. And the combine's just, well, one of the combines just here. There's another drill here. I don't know, I kind of like seeing them like this. You know, you used to see a lot of combines about like this years ago. Not so much anymore. A lot of them have been tidied up. But this, just here, is a Ransomes 902. Doesn't look like it'll ever do much again. But Sumo, come here. Come here. So I dedicate my channel to, well, all old machinery really, anything really. I mean, I like motorbikes, I like anything. Combines mainly. So there you go. To say how long it's been here, I don't know. The bloke I used to work with told me they were here. I used to work for a company called PA Turney, which are a New Holland dealer. But they used to do ransoms back in the day. And it wouldn't surprise me if they PDI'd this one. I've actually seen one of these working. I've got some of my other videos of these working. And there's actually a 1001 down here I'm going to show you in a minute, which has been stripped out. Well, obviously parts have been stripped off of it. But these you can just see it in there, just about. They have chain drive to the wheels. But then the 1001 and the 801 came after, and they were slightly different. So this is actually, with the 902, the Ransomes 902, is the first British built self-propelled combine that, to my knowledge anyway, I mean, some expert might prove me wrong, but to my knowledge, it's the first commercially successful British designed and built combine. And they Ransome's first one, and I think they were 1958 they come out, so they were quite late starting. Before that they used to sell Bollender combines, but Bollender's designs, I think they did build them over here after previously sort of buying the combines off of Bollender and bringing them over. And they had something to do with Ford. I think they had Ford badges on them, but I don't know what the situation was with that. So say really, I'd imagine there's still some quite useful parts on these really for people who have them. Like I say, I really don't know who owns them. I'll just turn my, oh that's wrong, there you go. It would be quite useful. I know this 1001 down here is just sort of right ahead of me, and it's got some useful bits on it. There is, so actually if you maybe listen, you might be able to hear it, but we're not far from Silverstone racetrack. You can hear the cars going round, and so we're near Buckingham. On the other side of Buckingham there's a 1001 in a shed that a guy, I mean, I was going to buy it, I wanted to buy it, but I can't, I had to pull out in the end, which was a shame really. But there's a class Matador, which we'll have a look in a second. There's some kind of old equipment here, look. Somebody probably be able to tell me what that is, I'm not sure. So here we go, look. 1001, well, bits and pieces. So the one at Buckingham has got no engine in it. Finding an engine isn't actually really necessarily the issue. It's this bit. The engine got sold with the bell housing and the attachments. But there's one here with the attachments. And the engine is, as far as I know, it's the same as what goes in our Clay's 103. It's a Thames Trader. They often use them for the 6-cylinder engines. They put in the conversions on like super majors and stuff like that, I think. But these were driven through the axle, so the gearbox actually drives into the axle rather than the old chain design that you had on the old Masseys and stuff. But like I say, I mean, although most of it's gone, there's still a few little bits and pieces. There is a picture of this on the internet, and if you typed in Ransomes combine images on Google, this comes up, but it still had the tank on it when they took the photo, and it's obviously been here for a long time. There is another one of these at Hedge Hill, the other side of Banbury, and that's that's where the first battle of the Civil War happened, in the British Civil War. So it's quite a famous place, and there's one there that's been there for donkey's years, and I used to go and look at that. It's still there, and that's really rotted away because it's been packed in right under the trees at the bottom of this valley. Obviously it had some kind of breakdown, and then they just decided to leave it there, and it's too much hassle to pull it up. Sumo, come here, come on, come on. And so it just stayed there. And actually, funnily enough, both, see, it hasn't got no plate on it anymore. See, that's the, come on, focus. Oh dear, what is the point of that? Well, okay then, I would focus on that, but my phone doesn't seem to want to do it. So that, some kind of serial number on there. Both the one at Edge Hill and the one in the barn at the other side of Buckingham, both PA Turney. They were both sold by PA Turney originally. So yeah, this. Do you know what? Actually, I'm going to get, my mate's just bought. Well, it's either a 902 or 1001. He says he's bought it as a 902, but looking at the pictures, to me it looks like a 1001. But either way, it's a nice combine I'm going to go and have a look at probably next week, hopefully. So I'll put another video of that on. He's got quite a lot of stuff, but I like the 1001. There's just something about it that I like. I think of all the other, like obviously Gleaner's being my favourite, of all the other combines that I would like to own, I think 1001 would be a nice one, like a nice machine, if you could find a good one. There ain't many about. I mean, I've never seen a working one. I've never seen one fully working, not in my life. Hopefully this year, my friend might let me drive his. It's the benefit of having friends that have got them. You can drive them and then go home at the end of the day and not have to worry about fixing them. So this, you probably can't really see it, but is, I think, a 726, a Massey Harris. You can just sort of see it there, look. It might, see how your chain drive to the wheels there, look. You can't, what am I on about, sorry? I can't sort of necessarily tell the difference between the 726 and the 722 straight up. I mean, it might have been a 722, but I've sent pictures to a friend of mine and he seems to think that it's a 726. They fetch, you know, good 726s fetch some amount of money these days. They seem to. There was one on eBay not so long ago that was done up by a school years ago when I was at school, a local school, Daventry, and they got good cash for it. But this, I think, well, it is definitely a Matador, but it looks to me to be one of the very early ones. I don't know why, there's just something about it that just sort of stands out to be an early Matador. So like, I think the first ones that come out, you had the Giant and the Standard, but the very first ones were just called Matador. And you see the bottom of the tanks come out on it. Still got the battery on it actually. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly, but I think it's got a 4-cylinder on it, so that's a, I think would be a Perkins 270. Yeah, it says Perkins on it. So that's an 8.4 270 engine. That's what I'd imagine that would be. I know I say I'm no expert with the Matadors, but they wear. Ah, there you go. Look at it. So not necessarily, but judging by that number plate, it hasn't got a letter reg on it, so it could be an early one. And yeah, something about it did stand out to be an early one. But there you go. Some good amount of parts in the field there. Maybe somebody could message me and tell me a bit more about them, about these, well, this Matador, and I mean any information really about them that I don't know. I've collected information during my life, but most of these combines were probably coming extinct before I was born, you know. They did most of their working life before I was around, and obviously a lot of the information and the stuff about them has disappeared over the years. The people who worked on them have moved, well, some of them won't be with us anymore. But there you go. I thought I'd do something different. Sumo, come here, mate. Right, there you go then. I'll then just put the dog down. Yep, beautiful. So there you go. Just thought I'd do something a little bit different today, and yeah, I hope you like it. I'll see you again at some point. Bye.